Facilicom is, in the UK, is set up in cleaning and security. So cleaning is about 88–90% of our business, and the rest is security, both manned guarding and electronics. We needed a quality audit control system which allowed us to centrally manage our data from an operational viewpoint perspective, but also from a client-based point of view, so that we could give them accurate data at the touch of a button, which we couldn't do before. We were very much paper-driven, which then inevitably went into Excel spreadsheets driven by a human. That was the biggest driver for us to get away from that. We chose Servicetrac specifically because it was based around the cleaning industry, whereas others were based perhaps more around the facilities management.
The benefits that we found is the adaptability to be able to produce additional services for my type of clientele. My type of clientele has more of a unique, bespoke requirement. So we've managed to adapt the audit process to have real-time VIP checks, develop it further into washroom checks, and even taking it further now into doing real-time consumable checks, which is a massive benefit, not only to my team, but also to the client. The real-time reporting, the ability to produce trends, which we then can build on. We can work on looking at finding efficiencies or better ways of doing whatever we're doing. So it's the adaptability, and working with the team we found really beneficial in the sense that we brainstorm and bounce off each other.
They allow us the opportunity, if you like, to say, okay, this is what we need, and they will listen to us go away, come back with, okay, this is what we've got, let's trial it for a while, does it work, yes, no, and then roll it out. So we get something we need rather than an off-the-shelf product. So we have an audit trail or a document which is time-stamped, and that is more and more vital in our business now. The old days of emails have long since gone. You need something with a date stamp on it and potentially pictures, which of course you can also take with the system.
An additional benefit to the system that we got is malleable. So we have raw opportunities, if you like, that we can mould. We can change and we can adapt to what we need. What I found with other types of system, they're set in stone. They're not flexible, that you can't change them. It's got to be done in that manner. The business itself is growing in a way that we have to adapt to the type of business that we're with, not dictate to the type of business that we're with.
The information we get from the system allows us essentially to control our staffing levels for what our staff are doing, when they're doing it, is whether that's useful for that particular building, because every building and every client is so different. The feedback that we've had has been that the raw data that we get out of it gives us the flexibility to be far more malleable in the way that we deliver our service, and it has focused people more on what we're doing and why we're doing it, rather than just because we should. And from a client point of view, they also are getting that raw data. They can see trends within their buildings that they perhaps weren't aware of before. It's allowed conversations which have then provided, if you like, different solutions that we potentially couldn't have thought of without that data. If you take the time to develop the relationship with the development team, you end up with that support where you will get the feedback and you will get the solutions to the real problems that you're having, rather than the ones you think you're having. The clients get a huge amount out of that collaborative approach because they feel that they've been listened to.
What we've produced so far, to me, is just the beginning, if you like, of what we can do. And we're exploring different avenues, different ways of doing things. And that's by the collaboration and the partnership.